Hey guys, it's Mackenzie, your mommy's media medium, and I am coming at you with a ball of rage. Oh, you don't understand what has been transpiring for the last 2 hours. Not one, 2 whole hours of audio issues with this microphone. If you had saw me less than 5 minutes ago, I was yelling at the microphone, literally on the microphone, yelling at it like it was a grown person, beating on it, tapping on it. I think I slammed, not think, I know. I slammed it on the dining room table in hopes that maybe having its ass kicked a little bit, me yelling at it, me being frustrated, me beating up on it a little bit. Violence is never the answer, people. But I use violence on this microphone. And guess what? My issue has been resolved, or so I think. I don't know. I know that I have been working on this, like I said, for the last 2 hours, talking back and forth, saying, hey guys, it's Mackenzie. Hey guys, it's Mackenzie. Hey guys, it's Mackenzie. To the point where I hate my name. I hate the word hey. I hate guys. I hate all of those words strung together in sentence form. It's very aggravating, but that's in the past of 2 whole hours ago. We're going to go ahead and move on to today's show. And I'm hoping upon hope that I'm not going to sit here for the next probably 45 minutes talking and that I don't have the exact same issue that I had before. So anyway, I digress. We are going to move on and get started. Hey, how are you? It's February 27th. It's a decently beautiful day outside, and I've been cooped up in here trying to fix an audio issue. No, I'm going to leave it alone. I don't even know where to start because I had everything like lined up in my brain that I was going to talk about, but I just literally, I'm not a person that cries. And I wanted to cry not 20 minutes ago because I was like, I don't understand what is going on. Like, I should be done with this podcast. I should be already editing the podcast, eating some food. I should be working out. I actually, in my mind today, this is the things I was going to do. I was going to do a little bit of show prep. I was actually going to record the episode. I was going to go work out. And then after working out, I was going to go donate blood. I was going to give the gift of life. All before having to pick up my son from preschool at 4 o'clock. I had such grand ideas of what was going to go on today. But right now, as it stands, it is 1:35. 1:35. I should be leaving out to go give blood right now if I was on track. But of course, I'm not on track, so I'm just now starting. So that just kind of, now I'm angry. I'm very angry. I have been PMSing just a tad bit the last couple of days. I'm thinking my hum pills that are supposed to help with PMS aren't helping as much as they said that they would. The hum pills, I felt like I've been taking them maybe about almost 2 weeks, and I felt like it was helping me get out the little funk that I was in. Maybe that was the reason why I was able to do last week's podcast, which, you know what, I want to give kudos to myself. First and foremost, I want to give kudos to myself for not only recording a podcast, but editing and posting within the same week. That was my week last time. I recorded on Tuesday. I edited for the most part, kinda, on Thursday and Friday, and it was out on Friday evening. I have not posted on my social media account yet. I keep saying I'm going to. I haven't gotten there yet. That was also one of the things that I said I was going to get done today. I'm not going to get it done. I'm just not going to be able to. But yeah, so I started taking these hum pills that are called Moody Bird, and they're supposed to help stabilize your mood during like that time of the month and help you to be able to cope. But no, yesterday I was yelling at my kid. I wanted to punch him a couple times. I actually hit the microphone this morning. So I might have to be on these pills a little bit longer, maybe to feel the effects that it's supposed to be giving me. Because like right now, I feel like I could just rage punch a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of items, a whole bunch of walls and windows, and still have a lot of hatred in me. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now. But other than that, everything else has been really good. Like I said, I was really proud of myself. I did the podcast last week. I was happy. I got everything out in an order, and it actually sounded really good. I went to spin class. It was the only time last week that I worked out, but I did it nonetheless. I got my hair done, which I like it. I don't like it. I hate going to salons, as a matter of fact. When I go to salons, I feel like they make my hair way too flat. I get my hair chemically straightened at the roots. For the most part, everything else has already been straightened. That's grown out and whatever. But yeah, I get it chemically straightened, and then they go in with like the hottest of hot flat irons and make it even flatter. And I'm just not really into that like flat, sleek look anymore. I used to be. In my early 20s, even late 20s, I used to be really into that sleek look. Now, going into 36, I'll be 36 in less than 2 weeks. Going into 36, I feel like I like the fullness. I like volume. I like things just to kind of have that natural feel. That's why I am getting to a point where I'm not even flat ironing my hair that much anymore. Not even on a high setting. Well, I still flat iron my hair. I just don't flat iron it on a high setting anymore. I used to fry the ish out of my hair and then wonder why I was always breaking. But yeah, I used to do my hair at a temp of like I think my chi goes to like 420, 430. And I also have another flat iron that goes to 450. And I was like frying the ish out of my hair, on top of it being chemically straightened and on top of it being chemically dyed. So yeah, I was wondering why every couple of months my hair would break off and I'd have to chop it all off. This is the first time I have gotten my hair past my collarbone in my entire life. And it's because I'm trying to be a little bit more healthy with it. So, but anyway, yeah, you know, I got my hair done, and right now I'm not in the, like, I really like it phase. Given one wash, I usually like it. So by the end of the week, I should be in love with my hair. And plus I got it dyed and I didn't have to do it myself, which is very nice. It's purple once again, dark roots, purple ends, from the only time that I've bleached my hair in the last year and a half. And I did my nails yesterday. I did my nails for the first time and I don't know how long. It felt so good. I don't even know. And I don't even particularly like the color. I don't like it. As a matter of fact, it's like a maroonish color. And even though I'm really digging maroon, I feel like it makes my hands look old. And it might be because my nails are a little bit longer than I would normally have it. Normally I cut them really short and I haven't had a chance to cut them because I'm on 500 million pills that are supposed to help me grow biotin and skin and nails and all this other crap. So I don't know. At this point, I'm just rambling, and I'm going to go ahead and just start with today's episode, you know, because my brain is all over the place. It really is. And other than what I actually have written down, I think I'll just ramble on for another 20 minutes just talking about nothing if I don't actually stay on task. So let's get to it. Let's get to episode 17. And we are going to pick up where we left off last week. I was supposed to do a review of the e.l.f. Hydrating line that they just released. I'm also going to talk about what I'm currently binge watching. And then we're going to end it with a, have you heard about somebody who's been seeing each other recently that broke up like 2 years ago, but they still see each other on the regular, but they were spotted having lunch of some sort. So let's get to it, people. Last week, I was talking about my beauty regimen, and I told you about the things that I do on a daily basis with my skin, as far as my cleansers, my gel mask, and all that kind of stuff. So because I talked for 455 minutes last week about what was going on and why I took such a long hiatus, I ended up not being able to review the e.l.f. line. I was, my brain is not cooperating now. I'm so full of rage. I'm full of rage. This is not even rage. I don't think it's rage. It's hormones. I don't know. I'm mad. I am so mad right now. And I'm trying to focus, and that focusedness is not coming to me. Is focusedness a word? I don't think that it is. Anyway, let's try to get back to it. Oh, I'm going to stretch it out a little bit. Stretch it up. Stretch it up. Stretch it down. And then move your shoulders around. Move your shoulders around. Okay. So I bought the e.l.f. Hydrating Gel Melt Cleanser and the Hydrating Bubble Mask at Target. That's what I do. That's where I go. I ended up actually going on a Target run with Joanna this weekend because she listened to the podcast. Hey, JoJo. But she listened to the podcast, and me talking about my skincare regimen prompted her to say, you know what? I need to get on my skincare regimen too. Now, Joanna is one of those people that looks perpetually young all the time. I won't throw her age out there. I'll let her do that herself at some point in her own podcasting career. I don't know. But she is a woman that doesn't look like a woman. There's certain times when you can look at Joanna and think she's probably in college of some sort. Not the college that people were throwing at me in the last 2 weeks. I'm talking about she actually looks like she could be a college student. So she's always had this whole, I don't have to do a skincare regimen. You know, I want to look older. And I keep telling her, you don't want to look older. You say that, but it's a lot better to be a 40-year-old that gets carded than a 30-year-old who automatically they just say, okay, don't worry about it. I know that you're of age. Like, you don't want to be that 30-year-old. You don't want to be that person. So she's been talking about recently, like, maybe I should get on a skincare regimen. I am getting a little bit of lines under my eyes. You know, my age is starting to show. And it's like, yeah, you know, you don't want to try to catch up to it. You want to prevent it. The doctor who did my endometriosis surgery told me, you know, you may not want to take these opioids. A lot of people don't. They make them feel weird. But I don't want you chasing pain. You don't want the pain to set in and then you try to add the pills to it. You want to have the pills in your system so the pain can just be numb. So that's what I feel that you have to do with your skincare regimen. You should be starting a good skincare regimen in your 20s. I have read many an article where dermatologists are saying, don't wait until it's too late. You want to do preventive measures. You don't want to start eating healthy once you've had a heart attack. I mean, you can do that. That's the way most people do it. You want to get to that healthy point before you even have the heart attack. So we went on a Target run. We looked at a whole bunch of stuff. I am very proud of myself that I did not buy one single thing. I didn't even buy anything that was on my grocery list. I was at Target and I could have bought like 5 things that I had to run to Target for today because I didn't get them on Saturday. But we went there and she bought some items and she says she, you know, wants to get on track with her skincare regimen. And one of the things that I led her to was the e.l.f. line. e.l.f. has a lot of great makeup items for very, very cheap. They also have great skincare items that I felt like, okay, let me try it out. When in Rome, well, not when in Rome, I'll do anything once. We'll do one of those. We'll say it's I'll do anything once. I'll try anything once. Now, if you've never heard of e.l.f., I had never heard of e.l.f. before I watched one of my YouTubers that I watch on a regular basis, Bianca Renee. She does videos on makeup and hair tutorials and stuff like that. And she did a review on an e.l.f. foundation. And that was one of the first times that I was like, oh yeah, I've seen that, I think, at Target. Never really put it in the same category as your Maybellines, your CoverGirls. It just never dawned on me. But if you go to Target, you see e.l.f. e.l.f. is really inexpensive. It's a great, inexpensive line, and the products are pretty decent for the price that you're getting them at. You can get a lipstick for $3 where you're paying Maybelline $6 for, and it does the exact same thing. So I saw this e.l.f. Hydrating Gel Cleanser and Hydrating Bubble Mask. Actually, how it really started was they had the bubble mask on clearance. So you know me in the clearance section, I can't pass it up. They had the bubble mask for $8. Normally the bubble mask goes for $14. So I was like, okay, I want to try this bubble mask. I hadn't even heard that bubble masks were a thing. But now, since I've gotten this particular bubble mask, I've seen bubble mask everywhere. In Korea, they have sheet masks that you put on your face and they turn into bubbles, which blows my mind. Anyway, so then I see the hydrating bubble mask. So I'm like, okay, well, let me see what else they have over there in their section. And there I see their hydrating gel milk cleanser. Now, I buy both of them. The hydrating gel cleanser goes for $10. Not too expensive, but at the same time, it's more expensive than any other cleanser I've ever purchased in my entire life prior to purchasing the Hey Honey Propolis Scrub. The Hey Honey Propolis Scrub is by far the most expensive facial cleanser that I have ever purchased in my entire life now. But at that time, I got this maybe 2 weeks before I got the Propolis Scrub. And I already knew the Propolis Scrub was something that I was going to really enjoy. I just didn't want to spend that $25. The hydrating cleanser, I was like, well, maybe I can get away with getting something that's half the price and will be good for me. So with the gel cleanser, this is a trend that I'm seeing a lot more often, are these melting gel cleansers that are supposed to help remove makeup and dirt and oil at the same time. I have used this cleanser to just cleanse my face on a regular evening. I have used this cleanser on a day that I've tried to take off makeup. On both occasions, I didn't feel that my face was necessarily clean. I saw a video on Facebook, one of the handful of times that I've been on Facebook in the last month, with Gwyneth Paltrow doing a video with her Goop line, and she had a milk cleanser, and she's putting on her face, she's rubbing, she got her mascara off, she got, I don't know, she had eyebrow stuff on, but you could see as she was washing her face, and then she took a cleansing cloth or something and wiped it off, she had wiped off makeup. And I'm like, okay, so maybe this is what this gel cleanser is supposed to do. So first off, the container that it comes in is a, what is that called? Circular, it's not a cylinder. What is it called? It's like a small circular container. Why is my mind going blank? Oh yeah, because it's filled with rage. Anyway, it comes in like a jar. It comes in a jar, a short jar, and you screw out the top. And my first con about this is the fact that you have to stick your fingers in it. I find that very unhygienic. Is that the word? Unhygienic. You know what I'm trying to say. It's not very clean to stick your fingers into a cleanser. I don't like that. I like cleansers where I can squeeze it, or if there's like a pump. A pump stuff is like the newest thing, and the hydrating bubble mask is actually a pump system. So it comes in a jar and you stick your fingers in. Now, if you are really good about cleansing your face, first and foremost, you should be washing your hands. But regardless, even if I am washing my hands, I still don't like the thought of sticking my fingers into the cleanser to get it out. Because one, I can't really discern how much I'm getting out until my fingers already scooped it out. Two, with this particular cleanser, because it's a melting cleanser, the minute you get it on your hands, it starts to melt. So now the contents that are inside there are starting to melt too because your fingers are in there. You see what I mean? So right then and there, I'm not a fan of how you get it distributed. Two, you put it on your face and it starts to melt, and it does do a little milky substance, and you know, it's actually kind of a decent idea. But the thing is, I tried to do it the way Gwyneth did it. I did it with my BB cream on, which is very lightweight. You can see slight transfer when I wipe it off with my regular cleansing towelettes that I get from Oil of Olay. You can see a slight residue, or there's times when I just do my abbreviated nighttime routine and I take the witch hazel on a cotton ball and I wipe it. It's a slight discoloration that comes onto the cotton ball. So I know that the BB cream does have a tint to it, but it's not like a heavy as much as my foundation is. But anyway, so as I'm rubbing it, you know, I'm trying to feel like it's cleansing, but it doesn't bubble up. It doesn't have a scrub to it. So it feels like I'm taking oil and rubbing it on my face, which it's hydrating. Great. It feels great. You're rubbing it and you're, massaging it in, and it feels soft, and it does make it feel like as you're rubbing it in, your skin is getting like a supple little hydration boost, but I don't feel like it's getting cleansed. And I rubbed it on my mascara eyes. My eyes had mascara. I didn't have any eyeliner on. I just had mascara on, and I had eyebrows. The eyebrow pencil, I can wipe that with my hand and get that off in a day. That's not a big deal. That, I can do that with my fingers. So as I'm doing this, I'm rubbing it in, trying to rub on my eyes to see if it's going to take off the mascara, but it's not budging. The mascara did not budge at all. So I felt like it did get like moisture to it. Smooth and hydrated to the touch, because it does have argan oil, a fruit extract, a rose seed oil. So it has all of these oils in it that's going to make your face feel really soft and smooth. And I like that. But I also like for a cleanser to feel like my face is getting cleaned. So that right there rubbed me the wrong way. Now, I may not have used enough of the product, but I feel like I got a finger scoop full, and how much more am I supposed to use? Like a whole handful? The jar is only so big. I can stick my whole hand in it and get all of it out. I don't feel like I should have to do that to get my mascara off if you are indeed a cleanser that's supposed to be able to take off makeup. It says, this hydrating gel milk cleanser easily dissolves makeups and pollutants from the skin. Infused with argan oil, rose extract, seed oils, and vitamin C, this cleanser leaves your face moisturized with each use. Now, like I said, I did feel like my skin was moisturized, but it wasn't a clean feel to me. It was a moisturizing feel, but it wasn't a clean feel. So I don't know. I don't really dig that part of it. You know, if I'm spending $10, which is a lot of dollars, I want to feel like my face is clean. I want to feel hydrated as well, but I do want it to feel clean. I ended up, after washing my face and not being able to get my mascara off, having to resort to my oil of Olay sheet cleansers to get my mascara off. That is my tried and true. If I'm being really lazy about it, I have one of those, oil-free makeup removers, but I feel like that stuff gets in my eyeballs. It says it's oil-free, but I feel like there's so much oil like on my eyes, and it gets in my eyes, and I feel like I'm going blind for a second after I've done it. So I just usually stick to my oil of Olay sheet cleansers, and it worked fine. That's my tried and true to get my makeup off. So as far as the e.l.f. milk cleanser, I am not a fan of it, and I will not be purchasing it again. Like I said, it feels creamy as F. It is so creamy. I might do it on a day that I wear makeup and I use my oil of Olay sheet cleanser and maybe follow it up with the e.l.f. milk cleanser until I'm done with it. But I don't think it'll be something that I'm purchasing on the regular basis. Moving on to the hydrating bubble mask. Now, the hydrating bubble mask, on the other hand, I do really dig. I dig the concept of it. I don't dig the distribution, once again, of the bubble mask. So here e.l.f. is again, they have another item where I feel like the product should be distributed in a different way. This particular product is in a jar, just like the milk cleanser, only it has a pump to push out the product. Now, I was first introduced with the jar pump method. I'm sure there's an actual terminology for it, but I'll call it the jar pump method, where you have a small cylinder jar. What is the word that I'm looking for? A circular jar? It's in a circle, people, and you know what I'm saying. But anyway, and the top of it, you push down, and in the center, there's a small hole where the product comes out of. So you pump to get as much as you want, which I really dig. I was introduced to this by Rada Beauty and by Bay Body. That's how the Bay Body eye gel is, and that's how the Rada Beauty retinol moisturizer is. They come in a little pump, and I like the fact that you can get a little bit, or you can get a lot of it. Just by pumping more, doing one pump, 2 or 3 pumps. My son loves to help me do the pump, and of course he pumps too much because he sees just a little bit come out, so he gets really aggressive and pumps it really hard. But when it comes to this particular product, it doesn't work. The bubble mask is a clear gel to start off with. So once you pump it out, it kind of sits on the top. And first of all, it's thick as F, so you're trying to scoop it up and put it onto your face. The directions on this particular bubble mask say that you're supposed to start off with slightly damp face for it to start to bubble. Of course, the first couple times that I did it, my version of slightly damp was like wet. And I was putting it on and it was bubbling up all over the place, and I couldn't apply it correctly, and it was really frustrating to me. Maybe the 3rd or 4th time is when I decided to really listen to the directions. You know me, I have to really get frustrated with a product to actually follow directions as they are written by the company. So now I start off with my face that's really slightly damp. Literally, I've washed my face, I've patted my face dry, and it's not completely bone dry, but it's not wet either. So anyway, you pump, you gather it up, and you apply it to your face. And it's a very thick liquid, and as you're applying it, you're rubbing it on your face. Now, I'm very meticulous when it comes to my mask. That's why I like the little masks that I can get from Target by K Bella that come in the little pouches, where I can just squeeze up a little bit, apply it, squeeze up a little bit, apply it. With this particular product, because it activates based on the fact that your face is damp, you have no time to really be meticulous about it. You got to goop it on and cover up the areas before it starts to bubble up. So that's the con of it. The pump applicator, first of all, you're pumping and you don't know how much to actually get out, and as you're doing it, it kind of dries onto the top of the lid, and I'm really weird about things being dried up. I'm the person that when you have toothpaste, that ring, the head of the toothpaste is completely clear. And if you get toothpaste on any portion of my toothpaste tube, I'm like freaking the crap out. I do not like toothpaste on my tubes of toothpaste. I don't like it on the head. I don't like it in the screw. I don't like it around the head. I'm just really weird about stuff like that. So the fact that I can't get this residue that is left by me trying to swipe the product up without it getting bubbly on top of the actual thing kind of makes me upset as well. But once I got over the hump of not being so meticulous about it and being able to just kind of swipe it on, swipe it, do it really quick, I was able to do the bubble mask and really kind of like it. This particular bubble mask says, cleanse and moisturize your skin with this hydrating bubble mask. Watch as the gel fizzes into thousands of tiny bubbles that gently wash away dirt and clear out pores, leaving your skin with a hydrated glow. Okay, so once I've actually gotten it on my face, it starts to bubble up and it fizzes and it tingles and it's a really cool feeling. I really dig the bubble mask. I really like it. The only thing is after the first maybe 2 to 3 minutes, as it's first starting to fizz, it starts to feel like there is something literally crawling on your face. And it's not like just one big something, like 1,000 little somethings. And it says that that is it cleaning out your pores. I don't know if that's actually the case, but it does certainly feel like something is going on. But you will feel like ripping your skin off by the time you finish it. This particular mask you can use for 5 to 10 minutes. I don't know if you let it sit on any longer, if it'll have any negative effects. I know once before I was in the middle of doing something with my son and I had it on and I went past my 10 minutes. I didn't feel like my skin broke out or was itchy or anything like that. So I don't think that wearing it past the 10 minutes is beneficial. I don't think that it hinders you as well. But once your 10 minutes is up, you go, you rinse it off, and as you're rinsing it off, you rub the, I guess, residue. I keep saying that word. It doesn't sound right. You rub the product. That sounds more appropriate. You rub the product in as you're rinsing it off, and there again, just like with the Milk Cleanser, you get that nice creamy effect on top of your skin, and it feels great. It feels so soft. It feels so hydrating, and once you dry your face does feel nice and deeply moisturized. But it says that you can only use this bubble mask 1 to 3 times a week. Again, like I said in last podcast, when it comes to these masks, if there's something potent in it, it will tell you you can only use it a certain number of times. I usually do this on like a Saturday after I've done my spin class, which has only been once. But beyond a shadow of a doubt, I'll usually do it like on a Monday and a Wednesday, because those are the days that I know that I'm getting up and I'm taking my time getting ready. I am almost through all the like maybe 15. I had a lot of face masks at the end of the year and I've almost gone through them. I said that I'm not going to buy any more masks until I've depleted all of my reserves. So I think I'm down to maybe 5. So this particular bubble mask is my go-to on my Mondays and Wednesdays and Saturdays that I can do a face mask. When I made the purchase, these were marketed as a trio with the Milk Cleanser, the Hydrating Bubble Mask, and a Hydrating Moisturizer. But I had already bought the 2. Like I said, $8 and $10. That's $18. I wasn't about to spend another $10 to $14 on a moisturizer. So I just said I'll try these 2 out and call it a day. When used together, the Milk Cleanser and the Bubble Hydrating Mask do leave your skin soft, supple, hydrated feeling. They feel great. They really do feel great. But like I said, the cleanser is being tossed away. The bubble mask I will purchase again. I really dig it. Elf Milk Cleanser, no go. Elf Bubble Mask, you are a winner in my book. I don't think I'll get it at the $8 price. So for $14, that would be something that I would really have to want. That being said, they do have a clarifying charcoal version of this particular mask through the e.l.f. website, and I said I'm probably going to try that next. I really want to try the charcoal. I told you last podcast that I really love charcoal as a cleanser, so I can only imagine how it would feel as a bubble mask. So I'm really wanting to try that out. Also, they have on their website a Beauty Shield Magnetic Mask Kit that's $24, which that is going to be one of my splurge items once I get my income tax money. Spend it, make it rain, make it rain. Basically, it's one of those masks that you put on and it has a magnet wand, I guess that you want to say that's called. And that's how you remove the mask itself. And it's supposed to pull up all the debris and everything that is sucking itself to the mask. And then you pull it off your face like magic. So those are the 2 things that I'm going to be coveting for the next couple of weeks until we get our tax return, and I'll probably add that to my beauty routine, and I'll give you a review of those too. Next, I have in my Gots to Have It section, Drunk Elephant just released a new product, and I never even knew that there was a company called Drunk Elephant that sells facial products, but there is. And now I'm obsessed with the company because of its name. I always said that I want to start a company with a ridiculous name. Not saying that this is really ridiculous, but it's pretty funny for a name for a company. Like if I said, hey, I'm going to get something from Drunk Elephant, what would you think? You wouldn't think it'd be facial products. You'd probably think, oh, I'm going to go to the bar. That's what Drunk Elephant means to me. So I, in my head, want to make a company where I say, let me pick an animal, a turtle, and a color, yellow turtle foot. And I sell t-shirts, like that's what it's just the silliest things when people make up these names for companies. But anyway, Drunk Elephant has a new product that just was released in January that I didn't even know existed. But of course, through the beautiful magic of Instagram and its marketing towards women and showing them bras and facial stuff based on the things that you like. It's my own fault. I keep liking beauty products on my Instagram. So of course, they're going to market to me. I came across an ad for Sephora that had 4 items, and one of the items was Drunk Elephant's Proteiny Polypeptide Cream. And you already know, because it had peptide in the description of it, I had to look it up. Drunk Elephant was founded by Tiffany Masterson, and she basically founded it because she was having problematic skin. And she found through trials and tribulations that there were 6 items that she deems the suspicious 6, that once she eliminated those from her skincare regimen, her skin problems basically resolved themselves. She said she couldn't find products without one or more of these suspicious 6, so she decided to start making them herself. She started out selling a bar cleanser on the side while teaching herself about ingredients and how skins react to them and how each plays a role in a formulation. She talked to dermatologists, and she ended up making this her own company. The reason why she calls it Drunk Elephant is because marula oil is one of the main ingredients that she uses in all her products. There are apparently elephants that eat fruit from the marula tree, and it ferments in their belly once they eat them, and they get drunk off of it. So that's why she calls it Drunk Elephant. So it has nothing to do with me just saying animal, a color, and a body part. But I feel like it's the same philosophy. But anyway, so she has this Proteiny Polypeptide Cream. The thing that hooked me about this was the fact that it has 9. Not 1, not 2, not 5, not 7, but 9 signal peptide complex growth factors. If you listen to my last podcast, I am all about the peptides. And that's why the fact that it had polypeptide, I'm like, poly, that means like a lot? Multiple? I don't know. What does poly mean? I guess I should look that up. But poly to me means like a lot. So when I look it up and it's like it has 9 signal peptides, oh, you know that I am all about this. It says the 9 signal peptides are cell communicating and serve to bind moisture to the skin, plump, firm, and restore bounce to skin's appearance, helping to boost skin self-renewal. It also says that basically it's a breakthrough protein moisturizer that combines an unprecedented array of concentrated and signal peptides, growth factors, supportive amino acids, and pygmy water lily for visible and immediate improvement in the appearance of skin's tone, texture, and firmness. Proteiny's proprietary formula delivers young, revived-looking skin almost from the first application. Lines, wrinkles, and signs of sun damage appear reduced. Depleted skin feels strengthened and moisturized. I am all about everything that was just described in this right here. All of it. I'm circling around my phone as I just read it, like I'm swirling some bowl full of like good nutritiousness, like just swirling it. I love everything that she's saying right here. And I better love it because this stuff goes for a whopping $68. Let me say it again because my heart just dropped. $68. This will be another thing that I have to wait until tax returns to get. There's no way that I can, in good conscience, with our regular, everyday, monthly money, spend $70 on a facial cream unless I give up Starbucks. And you know I'm not giving up Starbucks for 2 weeks. I'm not doing it. I can't. There's no way. So I'm just going to wait till tax returns. We already sent that BI in like a week ago. So maybe in the next month I'll be able to get it. Or maybe I'll like hint to somebody. My birthday's in less than 2 weeks. I'll hint to some people. Like if you want to throw into a pot, a money collection bin to get me this cream, that would be great. People are saying that like I want to donate my birthday money or my birthday gifts a la Beyonce. Beyonce made people think that they needed to donate money for birthdays. Where did this come from? Okay? It's my day. It's my day. I can give to charity 364 other days out of the year. Give me my day and let me have it. Okay? Oh my God, Mackenzie. Anyway. So this Protini polypeptide cream already in its first, 2 months of release has 4.5 out of 5 stars on both Sephora's website and the Drunk Elephant's website. The proof is in the pudding, people. It's in the pudding. On the Drunk Elephant website, I think it said it was like 89 reviews. On Sephora's site, it was 281 reviews. I don't think that they have people, now they could, but I don't think they have people actually going on there and pretending 281 times to be a particular buyer. Amazon has that crap all the time, but I don't think that Sephora and Drunk Elephant is doing that. Although I will say, when I was reading different articles from different magazines about it, I feel like the magazines are in cahoots with these particular products. I don't think since I've started working with beauty products and looking up different beauty products and seeing which one I want to actually use, which one is worth buying, I don't think I've ever read a bad review coming from a magazine. So that leads me to believe that the magazines aren't telling me the truth. Each and every one is like, oh my God, this is going to be the thing that you're going to want to add to your skincare regimen. I used it one time and I can notice a difference. My friends are asking me where I've been because my skin looks so much younger. Did I get plastic surgery? All this kind of stuff. And I feel like, yeah, they're lying to me because I never read anything from Allure, from Health Magazine, from... what else? There's other magazines. What are those big name ones? I don't even know. I know that the e.l.f. Milk Cleanser got Best of 2017 from Allure, and I don't like that crap, so that tells me something. But yeah, so I feel like this has to be worth buying, but it won't be something worth buying right now when we have the extra, quote unquote, extra money from our tax return. Then it'll be something I splurge for. Like I said, maybe a family member or somebody will want to purchase it for me, but I am all about it. I got to have this Drunk Elephant Protini polypeptide cream, and it will be mine, friends. It will be mine. Moving on to my ooh girl section. I just got to start watching The X-Files last night. I watched 2 whole episodes of the new season. The new season kicked off on January 3rd of this year. It is the second time in the last 2 years that the show has made a return since its ending in 2002. Now, this particular season has a total of 10 episodes, 4 more than the last season that premiered in 2016. If you don't know, if you're not an X-Files fan or an X-Filey or X-Philly, I don't know, like back in the day when I used to read magazine articles about it, they would say X-Fileys, Phillies, but they put it with a PH, and I never knew if I was supposed to just say Files, an X-Phillies, or I don't know. I still don't know to this day. It's been over 20 years and I still don't know how to pronounce a person of my caliber that loves the X-Files as much as I do. So I'll just call myself an a person who loves X-Files. Yeah, I'm a person who loves the X-Files. That's what I am. I started watching this show when it first aired. I don't think I started right as it aired, but I was on that bandwagon well before it became as popular as it did. It originally aired from September of 1993 to May of 2002. I know I had the VHS sets that had like 4 to 8 episodes on each one. I can't even remember because I remember VHS being one of those things that it recorded in like LP, SP, and another P of some sort. And if you did an SP, you can get like 8 hours of video recording. If you did an LP, you can get like 6. And there was one where you can only get like 3 to 2 or something like that. I can't remember. But anyway, I owned all the VHSs for each of the seasons. I have action figures that are still at my mother's house to this day from when the X-Files movie came out in 1998. This is how much I love them. I still have magazine articles with them on it that I did not throw away because I'm like, this has to be a collector's thing someday, right? It has to be. But yeah, so I was really pumped up when it got revived 2 years ago. And then when they said that there's another one coming out, I was like, yeah, it took 2 whole years for it to come out, but I'm really excited. We started watching it last night, and I don't know. I don't know if the nostalgia is wearing off or if what I'm feeling is actually something that other people are feeling too. The characters seem a little off, which the characters started damn near 30 years ago. David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson started playing these characters 25 years ago. That is a long time to keep up a character. They feel like they're exactly how they were, but I feel like they're trying to, I don't know, do something with the characters and make the characters gel in a way that is going to be hard 25 years after the fact. I don't know any show other than The Simpsons where people have been playing the same characters and still had the same chemistry as they did before. But I'm still pumped up. I'm still going to watch it. I love the storyline. At this point, they're trying to find their missing son, which okay, let me even backtrack. I didn't even know that they had a son. The show hasn't been on in 14 years? 14 years. And then I'm supposed to remember all of the crap that happened in the last season. I don't remember. So, of course, my husband and I started off when the 10th season premiered 2 years ago to start from the beginning. I think we got all the way to almost the end of season 2, but there's 9 whole seasons prior to the 10th season in 2016. We couldn't get through it all. We didn't have the gusto to binge watch it. I don't know why. So yeah, Scully and Mulder have a son, which I remember Scully having a kid, but I didn't remember that they thought it might have been Mulder's. But then you find out in the first episode of this season that the cigarette smoking man is Mulder's father. And I'm like, what? When was that? Now, cut to my mom texting me probably about a month ago when she started to watch it. Like I said, it premiered January 3rd. I am just now getting to watch it last night at the end of February. But she texted me and was like, who's Mulder's father? And I'm like, Bill Mulder, duh. Like, what are you talking about? And she was like, well, I'm not going to spoil anything, but hurry up and watch the X-Files. Now I know she's talking about the fact that they're saying that cigarette smoking man is Mulder's father. I don't remember this, so I had to wiki it up. And I wikied it up, and yeah, it says in season 6, they alluded to the fact that the cigarette smoking man was Mulder's father. Again, that's 1999. I'm 17 years old. Now, I am still in love with the X-Files, but am I going to retain information from 17 years old? That's almost 20 years ago. I don't remember this. But anyway, I guess that's why I'm a little peeved off, because it's like, I don't have the time, people, to binge watch 9 seasons and then go back to a 10th season that premiered I don't even remember the 2 years ago. We started watching the first 5 minutes of the episode and we had to pause it. I'm like, I don't remember any of this. And my husband's like, well, I remember this happened and this happened. I'm like, yeah, I don't remember any of that. Like, should we start with season 10 at least and then go back to 11? Or, am I just spinning my wheels here? Ugh, I don't know. I think I'm making a mountain out of a molehill. But anyway, I'm still really excited to get to finish this season. Currently, there are 6 episodes. The 7th episode premieres tomorrow, and this particular season is going to have, like I said, 10 episodes. So I can only imagine where it's going to go. But I'm really excited. I still am really excited. Like I said, it's still kind of weird because, like, they'll say, like, oh, so-and-so died. I'm like, God damn it, I don't remember so-and-so dying. Like, when did that happen? Let me wiki it up. Oh yeah, now I kind of remember, but I don't kind of remember. This is why they just reboot stuff. Instead of trying to like continue where they left off, this is why they reboot stuff, because people can't remember, or they're old like me, and I say old like me. They can't remember stuff. We have a friend who is actually a colleague of my husband. He's always posted on Instagram like he's binge watching this, he's binge watching that, he's going to this concert, he's going to this city. Where... Of course, he doesn't have kids, but still, where do you find the energy to do all of these things, to watch all of these shows, to go all of these places? And he's my age. Again, he's not a parent, so maybe that has a little bit to do with it. But just watching his life on Instagram, I get so like exhausted because I'm like, oh my God, he's going to another concert. Oh my God, he's watching another TV show. Where does he get the energy? Does he sleep? Him and his colleagues invented a board game. They invented a freaking board game that I bought 3 years ago and still haven't played. I brought it to Texas, and my niece and my nephew, we were all supposed to play it. We still haven't played it, but hopefully this summer, cross fingers, we'll actually get to play it. But yeah, he invented a board game, and he's making an expansion pack as we speak. Or I think the expansion pack is already out. I don't know. But regardless, he's doing things all the time, and I swear he has to be living off of 2 hours of sleep. He is the person I was speaking about last week that can have it all. He has it all. He can't be sleeping. He's probably on cocaine. That's really rude. But yeah, there's no way that he's sleeping. There's no way. But regardless of how much it's pissed me off that I don't remember half of the things, I don't remember half of the characters that are dead being dead, and I don't remember half of the storylines, I'm still super excited that X-Files is back on the air because it's a piece of my childhood that continues on forever. And Gillian Anderson and David Duchovny, they both can still get it. Damn, man, they both can still get it. Fun fact, David Duchovny, when the last season, season 10, premiered in 2016, he was the same age of 55 that William B. Davis was when the first season of X-Files first started in 1993. The two, in comparison, Cigarette Smoking Man looked like an 85-year-old man when that show premiered, and he was only 55. David Duchovny looks like average 45, maybe I won't even give him 45. Because at this point, he's like 57, 58, and he still looks good. And Gillian Anderson looks 10 times better than she did when the first show premiered. So both of them can get it, and I'm super excited that it's back on the air. And to round up the show and end it all, I don't even know where I'm standing time-wise because I've taken so many like standstills where I've just stopped to gather my thoughts because I couldn't remember what I was doing or what I was trying to get at or what I was trying to say. I'm glad that I am able to cut bits and pieces out and you never know other than the fact that I'm telling you. But I feel like I got to share with you. I don't want to pretend that I'm perfect. I just want the illusion that I'm perfect because, I'm not. But the illusion that I'm perfect is just as good as being perfect, right? So to end the show, we're going to do a have you heard that Wilmer Valderrama, or is it Vilmer Valderrama? Wilmer. I think it's Wilmer, but I feel like everybody says Vilmer. Anyway, Wilmer Valderrama and Demi Lovato were spotted this weekend on a date. Oh my God, can you believe? They were spotted on a lunch date on Saturday, February 24th at a Mexican restaurant that they frequented in the past when they were dating. Sources say that they left the restaurant with their arms around each other, although no actual kissing took place, but just the PDA of their arms around each other is enough to spark some reconciliation rumors. The two of them had been fueling reconciliation rumors for months since they broke up in 2016, with her sharing pictures of him on her Instagram stories, the two of them hanging out with each other on their respective birthdays, and Demi saying things like, we'll be the best of friends no matter what, and that I've always loved Wilmer. He's the person I've had the biggest connection with ever in my entire life. I'll always love him. So obviously she still carries a torch for him, even though they're not together anymore. The two of them dated from 2010 to 2016, if you didn't know. She was 18 at the time and he was 30. Now, the bone that I have to pick with Wilmer Valderrama, I love him. I love Fez from that 70s show, and I've seen him on other shows. Last time I saw him was on Grey's Anatomy when I was still watching Grey's Anatomy 2 seasons ago. He was brought in as a love interest for Edwards, one of the handful of black female doctors on the show. And I really liked the dynamic that the two of them had. But anyway, the bone that I have to pick with Wilmer Valderrama is the fact that like Demi was like, yeah, when I first met him, I was like love at first sight, but I was 17 and he was looking at me like, stay back. And that is the story that I have seen with him with every high profile girl that he has ever dated. The minute they turn 18, he is pouncing all over them. He meets them when they're 17, and then when they're 18, all of a sudden it's like, oh, me and so-and-so are dating. He did this with Lindsay Lohan, back in 2004, I believe. He followed up with Ashley Simpson, and Ashley Simpson had to write a song about it, talk about I'm not trying to take your boyfriend from Lindsay Lohan, because Lindsay Lohan was throwing dirt at her. She was like throwing major shade at her. And then he did it again with Mandy Moore. It's like he makes these friendships with 17-year-old girls. Like he loves 17-year-old girls. It was halfway fine when it was Lindsay Lohan because he was only like 23, 24. It was kind of creep show because it's like, okay, she's 18 and he's 24. It's a big age difference, but it's not in the grand scheme of things that big. But then it's like the last high profile person he was with, Demi Lovato. She was 18 and he was 30. That is a big age gap, and I do not like it, Wilmer. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't like it. And I swear to God, if his next girlfriend is just now graduating high school this year, I am going to flip the F out. Oh my God, I think I need to take my hum pill for today. I'm wigging. But anyway, they dated for 6 years. Now, that was the most time he has spent in one relationship with any one girl. And she did say that their connection is very different from any other connection that she's ever had in her entire life. But he was almost like the catalyst for helping her get herself together. She has been in and out of rehab a couple of different times for bulimia, for self-hurting, and all that kind of stuff. And different times throughout their relationship, when he's backed off from her, it's because she's spiraling out of control. So when the two of them broke up in 2016, I was like, ooh, she might be going back to rehab soon. Who knows? But she stayed on the straight and narrow. She's released albums and just seems like she's generally doing a lot better than what she was before. She has her own line with Fabletics, which coincidentally enough, I'm wearing one of the things from her Fabletics line today. I didn't do that on purpose. I really didn't. But, you know, she seems like she's getting her stuff together, and maybe her trying to get herself together and figure herself out. She's only 25. She's only 25, going on 26. Like, that is a really young age to have gone through all of that stuff. And I feel like that's the Disney curse. That's the young star curse. But Disney especially has the curse on these kids when it comes to trying to keep it all together. But she seems like she's doing really good. And maybe he's seeing her being a grown-ass woman and scoping out the next 18-year-old that he can sleaze up on. That's it. I'm going to leave it right there, guys. I got to leave it because I am being rude for rude's sake. I was texting Joanna earlier, rude stuff, and I even told her, like, I know I'm just being rude just for the hell of it. I don't know why. And then I had the audio issues, and that made me amp up even more. So I'm going to end it here. Follow me on social media. I am on Instagram and on Facebook as Mommy's Media Medium. I am on Twitter as Miss Mackenzie. I am on Snapchat as CoolChica311. I think that's my Snapchat. I'm pretty sure that's my Snapchat. And join me next week where hopefully I'll be reviewing Black Panther. I'm trying to go see Black Panther on Thursday. And I got my Hanicure all-in-one facial. This is taking the internet by storm, this particular mask. This mask is said to do so many crazy things to your face in one fell swoop. And of course, I splurged. I keep saying that I'm going to wait to splurge, but I splurged on this. This bitch was $29. Don't tell my husband. But I spent $29 on this thing, and I think I'm going to do it this weekend. It's supposed to be anti-aging, clarifying, lifting, firming, brightening, contouring, pore tightening, and even skin tone. And it's from Seoul, Korea. And I told you last week, if you're into beauty stuff, if you ain't getting stuff from Korea, you ain't into it like you say that you are. So other than that, guys, I'll catch you next time. Have a good, happy week. Don't let the negativity get you down. And if it does, beat it in its face a little bit and show them who's boss.
Mama, I'm talking now. Let's talk. Yes, bye.